सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Kathopanishad has got 2 chapters. We have completed the summary of the first chapter, which contains 3 valleys. Similarly, the second chapter also contains 3 valleys. Valleys means sections. There are 3 sections in the second chapter. Each section talking about the 3 topics. 3 topics are dealt in this each section. We can take broadly. First topic is Atma Jnanam or Brahma Vidya or self knowledge. What is self knowledge? What do you mean by Atma Jnanam? Very elaborately given in these sections. Even 3 sections the same topics are going to come. First topic Atma Jnanam. Second topic is sadhanas, disciplines to acquire that knowledge. Preparatory disciplines to acquire that Atma Jnanam. Then the third topic is Atma Jnana Phalam. Atma Jnana Phalam, the result of that self knowledge. Now we will see the first section summary. First 2 shlokas in this first section of the second chapter, Yamadharmaraja talking about Vairagyam, detachment. The Vairagyam is one of the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Once I desire Atma Jnanam, self knowledge, I have to become introvert. I have to detach myself from worldly activities. My priority towards world I have to reduce. My priority will be reduced towards worldly objects. I need not totally turn away, but I have to reduce my priority. That is called Vairagyam. And my priority increases towards spirituality. My priority increases towards Atma Vidya. My priority increases towards moksham. My priority increases towards scriptural study. And my craving for the worldly objects will drastically come down. Drastically means a high extent. I have to see my vairagyam, dispassion, we can call it as dispassion. Dispassion is the most important qualification. Therefore, Yamadharmaraja tells in the first mantra, Paranchikhani Vyatrana Swayambhuhu Parang Pashyati na Antaratman. The Brahmadeva, the Brahmaji create all human beings in such a way their sense organs are all extroverted naturally. But some mature people, kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanam aikshat, avritta chakshur amritatvam icchan, desiring to get immortality, amritatvam icchan, desiring immortality, I want to get moksha. Avritta chakshuhu, he becomes introverted, not extroverted but introverted. Even though Brahmaji created all the sense organs extroverted, antarmukha samaradhya bahirmukha sudurlabha, that mantra line is based on this mantra in Lalita Sahasranama. This immortality is not available for those people who are extroverted, those who are giving importance to anatma. That is the first starting slokas, which is very important. Avritta chakshuhu, a person becomes introverted. Then second shloka mantra, Yamadharmaraja says, there are some immature people, those who are not having a refined mind, those who are not having a discriminative capacity, indiscriminate people, avivekinaha, paracha kaman anuyanti balaha. Balaha means a childish, very, very, very immature, such people, te mrutyor yanti vidatasya pasham, taking to that worldly objects, those people enter into the death, mortality, death to death, mrutyoho, mrutyor yanti vitatasya pasham. They will enter into the jaws of death. Again, birth to death, again and again. They are all immature people. So, atha dhiraha, amrutatvam viditva dhruva madhrveshviha naha prarthayante. Dhiraha means wise people, intelligent people like you who are all studying Kathopanishad. They are called dhiraha. They never seek permanent happiness in impermanent objects. Dhruva adhrveshviha na prarthayante. They never seek, they never resort to for permanent security, permanent happiness, permanent peace. They never seek in ordinary worldly objects, worldly pleasures. Therefore, they are all intelligent people. They work for what? Out of this vairagyam, detachment towards ephemeral things, they start working for Atma Vidya. How they get Atma Vidya? What is that Atma? Third mantra onwards, he gives third, fourth and fifth mantras are very, very important mantras. Atma is that. Now he is giving the nature of Atma. Yena rupam rasangandham shabdan sparshaduscha maidhunan swapnantam jagaritantancha. Then ya imam madhvadam Veda. All these three mantras talking the crux of Vedanta. What do you mean by Atman? Atma is that by which we are able to get the knowledge of forms, colors. Yena rupam. By which Atma I am able to know the colors and forms. Smell, taste. In short, all sense organs receiving the knowledge because of that self. May you know that self is that by which all the sense organs are receiving that Jnanam. Shabda Jnanam, Rasa Jnanam, Gandha Jnanam, Rupa Jnanam, Sparsha Jnanam. Every knowledge is coming because of that Atma. That is the nature of Atma, in whose presence things are known. Atma. Etainaiva vijanati. Because of which only everything we are knowing. Etenaiva vijanati. Kimatra parisishyate. What is there other than Atma? That awareness, that consciousness alone is Atma. May you recognize. In Kathopanishad we saw Pratibodha Viditam Matam. Where is Atman? In every knowledge, in every experience, you can recognize that Atman, that knower, that consciousness principle. Non-variable consciousness. It will never change. It is in and through all avasthas. In fourth shloka mantra he says, Swapnantam Jagaritantancha. Atma is that which is non-variable in invariable avasthas. Variable avasthas. Jagradavastha, there is no Swapnavastha. In Swapna Avastha, there is no Sushupti Avastha. In Sushupti Avastha, there is no Jagrada Avastha. That means, in waker, there is no sleeper. In sleeper, there is no dreamer. In dreamer, there is no waker. So, all are exclusive. All are exclusive. But, that inherent principle behind all these three avasthas, Jagrat Swapna Sushuptisu Sputatara Yasamvri Jumbate. So Jagrat Avasthayam, Swapna Avasthayam, Sushupti Avasthayam, the one who is knowing, the knower of waking state, the knower of dream state, the knower of sleep state also. That's why non-variable, non-changing, nirvikara drashta atma. May you recognize. Swapnantam jagaritantancha ubhau tauna ubhau yena anupashyati. By whom these two states, avasthas, are seen, known. Mahantam vibhum atmanam. That Atma, the self, is all pervading. In every avastha you can recognize that Atma, the awarer. I am aware of my waking state. I am aware of my dream state. I am aware of my sleep state. The awarer is called consciousness. So, Balya Avastha, Kaumara Avastha, all Avasthas, Yavan Avastha, I am the awarer. The age is changing, youth is changing, but the knower of that age, the knower of that status, is not changing. May you recognize that one who is nirvikaraha, non-variable, not changing, is the Atma. Atmanam dhiraha gnatva na shochati. The phalam. Advertisement anamata. Phalam eppo last lo dane sollano. Ippove solraru. Na shochati is not worry about anything, is free from sorrow. Similarly, fifth mantra also talking about Sarvatma Bhava. Everywhere that Atma alone is there. Yaimam Madhvadam Veda Atmanam Jivamantikat Ishanam Bhuta Bhavyasya Tato na Vijugupsate Etadvaitad. This is what you have asked, Nachiketas. What you have asked. This Atma, which is the Lord of everything, controller of everything. Controller of everything means controller of your body, controller of your mind, controller of your sense organs, controller of your buddhi, controller of everything in the creation is this Atma, Vibhum, all pervading. Where Atma is not, Atma is everywhere. Atma is inside the body, outside the body, in all bodies, in everybody, Atma is there. Atma is not small, Atma is all. Atma is everywhere. Who is that Atma? Ahameva. Once I recognize that I am Atma, I have to discard what? RM, RC, I have to discard. Sthula Sharira Vilakshanaha Aham Atma, Sukshma Sharira Vilakshanaha Aham Atma, Karana Sharira Vilakshanaha Aham Atma. Consciousness, existent principle. I am not this body, I cannot be the body. I cannot be the gross body or subtle body or causal body. They are all instruments. Pancha Jnanendriyani, Pancha Karmendriyani, Pancha Pranadayaha, Manasu, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara, 17 faculties put together. A package is a matter principle. I am the spirit principle. The whole body mind complex is matter principle. Therefore, na vijugupsate, that person never feel insecure. By knowing I am the substratum of this matter. Matter is functioning because of me, this spirit. Na vijugupsate. He never have an insecurity. That is indeed this. That is what we have asked. Hey Nachiketas, this Atma alone, it is here available. Where is it available? Now he goes to technical portion. Then 6th, 7, 8, 9. This Atma is not only here in this body, it is everywhere in micro and macro. Micro and macro. Virat, Hiranyagarbha and Antaryami, Ishvara. Samashti level. Similarly, this side Vyasti, Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna. So the macro and micro, the entire Samashti Vyasti is pervaded by that consciousness. This mantra talks about that only. 6th, 7, 8, 9. We can take 6, 7, 9 talks about the Hiranyagarbha. Then 8th mantra talks about Virat, Samashti level. Yah purvam tapaso jatam adhyah purvam ajayata. 6th mantra talks about Hiranyagarbha. Then 7th mantra also talks about Antaryami, Taijasa. When you talk about Vyasti, it is called Taijasa. Sukshma Shariram. When you talk about Sukshma Prapancha, it is called Hiranyagarbha. Sukshma Prapancha means Samashti intellect anartham, Samashti Manaha. When I talk about individual mind, it is called Taijasa. When I talk about total intellect, it is called Hiranyagarbha. Who is there now? This Atma alone is there in Taijasa also and Hiranyagarbha also. This Hiranyagarbha born, first born, four-headed Brahmaji is first born. Once is first born, before what? Before these Panchabhutas, Adhyaha Purvam, before waters, before Jalam itself, Brahmadeva was born. That Brahmadeva, that is called Hiranyagarbha we call. And that Hiranyagarbha is the presiding deity of all other deities. Each deity is, in Sukshma Sarira you take Pancha Jnanendriyani, Pancha Karmendriyani. Each sense organ is presided by one devata. Hastayor Indraha, Padayor Vishnuhu, Chakshusas Suryaha, Rasanaya Varunaha. Inna familiar irka Tattva Bodha. Granasya Ashvinau. All these devatas at individual level, Vishwa level, Sukshma Sarira level, devatas are blessing all the sense organs. These devatas, individual devatas put together, governed by Hiranyagarbha at total level, Sukshma Prapancha level. So, that Hiranyagarbha, who is total intellect, total Sukshma Shariram, total Sukshma Prapancha or Shariram we can take, blessing every devata in each body. Who is that? This Atma alone is given the new name called Hiranyagarbha. This Atma alone has given the new name as Taijasa. Individual level, Taijasa. Total level, Hiranyagarbha. They are none other than Atma. There is no Hiranyagarbha other than Atma. There is no Taijasa other than Atma. Atma kelda in the Perellami. That's what is given in the mantras. Ya pranena sambhavati atidir devatamai. This mantra also talks about that only. Consists of all deities. Guham pravishta tishthanti. This Atma is available in one's own heart, blessing all the sense organs as a devata and total level Hiranyagarbha. Then comes the 8th mantra, talks about Virat. In the form of Virat also Sthula Prapancham. From Sukshma Prapancha only Sthula Prapancha comes. From Sukshma Shariram only Sthula Shariram comes. Therefore, Sthulam also, Virat also. Where is it Virat? Aranyor Nihitam. Arani means that wood. Ashwadha tree, its wood you take. When you rub that two log of woods, the fire comes. That Agni Devata is Virat, visible. Fire is visible. No, Sthula Manavidani, which Devata comes? You cannot see Akasha. You cannot see Vayu. Whom you can see? Agni Devata. Where is this Agni Devata? In Arani. When you do Arani Mathanam, Agni Devata comes. Sthula Rupena. That's why he says, Aranyor Nihitam Jata Vedaha. Jata Veda means fire principle. Virat and Artham. Who is this Virat? None other than Atma. Sthula Prapancham is also Atma. How these Upasakas, the ritualists, protect that fire like a pregnant woman protects her fetus. These Upasakas protect that Agni. They protect that Agni. They never see Agni Devata separate from that Paramatma. That Atma alone in the form of Agni, visible God. Dive diva idjo jagrivadbhihi. The Upasakas, the ritualists, they always do Agni, Chayanam and Samidhadhanam, and they look at that fire as God, that Atma. That's why in our culture, every day in the Deeparadhanam, lighting the lamp is very important. So that that light of the lamp you see, Agni Devata, represents Agni Devata. Agni Devata represents Virat. Virat represents what? Atman. Then you get self-knowledge later. The light represents self-knowledge. Therefore, ritualists and meditators, upasakas also, they meditate upon internal Agni. That is also said, Etad etaschodeti suryaha astam yatra cha gacchati. The Surya Devata also, the Devata principle is controlled by that Hiranyagarbha, who is none other than Atma. Everything is Sarvatma Bhavatikaha idellame. And Vaishwanara Agni also, even internal Agni, Upasakas meditate upon the Vaishwanara Agni. That is also Agni. So Virat Agni, external fire, and internal fire, they meditate upon this hunger. Vaishwanara Agni, Jathara Agni or Vaishwanara Agni, they meditate upon. In Vyashti, Samashti level, fire principle. Ritualists, they worship that Agni Devata. Upasakas, they worship Vaishwanara Devata at Vyashti level. So Samashti level Agni Devata, Vyashti level Agni Devata are identical. Virat. There Virat, here Vishwa. So Vishwa and Virat are two names given to that Atma. There is no Vishwa Virat separately other than Atma. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So Samashti, Vyashti, identity over. Further he continues, 10th mantra and 11th mantra, Mahavakya mantra. Manasai Veda Maptavyam, such Atma which is pervading outside and inside, Samashti and Vyashti, how to know? Na? Through mind alone you can know. Manasai Veda Maptavyam. Neha Nanasti Kinchana. Don't see plurality, that is only one. Plurality, what you are seeing is Nama Rupa. Nama, Rupa, Karma only, it is not real. All those Nama Rupas given to only one Atma. Only one Atma. If you see plurality, what is the lot, consequence? Mrutyosya mrutyum apnoti. That person has to go to death, to death, to death, to death, again and again. Yahiha naneva pashyati. Who sees plurality? This is, he is different, she is different, that is different, it is different, all are seeing differently. Appearance is not real. That what you are experiencing, plurality is not real. There is a problem in our eyes. You see one runda theriyonna. One runda theriyadennanna kannula problem, not a porul problem. Similarly, just as you have this optical problem, you see 1 as 2, 3, 4. Similarly, people, because of ignorance, they see all this Nama, Rupa, many forms, many names real they take. Even though sunrise is not there, why I am seeing sunrise? Like that, there is no plurality, but people see plurality because of ignorance. That is why they are chased by, they are tormented by the death, fear. Death, fear, all comes. The one who sees Atma, which is birthless, deathless, behind all bodies, they are free from death. I am deathless Atma. Najayate Mriyate. That is my real nature. Not knowing my real nature, I am taking this instrument as myself. In a tragedy, not conformed and confounded. If any teacher says you are not body, and no problem. Our problem illa, namakda problem. Out of ignorance, we are in full of grief, sorrow, worry, hurt and all this. All problem karanam. In the Atma Ajnananda karanam. And the Dukkham Pohanam, I am not this body. And the Jnanam Varanam. Through mind alone you can understand while sitting in the class. So where is that Atma? Angushta Matra Purushaha. Don't search here and there outside Atma. That Atma is in your own heart. Jyotiriva Dhumakaha. Like blazing flame, it's available. Aham, aham, aham iti. I am, I am. நான் అని யார் சொல்றானோ அவன் தான் ஆத்மா. I am that. In the I am you are bending towards body mind. I am OC is there, RC is there. You are taking yourself RC. You have to take as what? OC. I am OC, giving, lending sentiency to this RM, RC. This body mind is living because of me, supported by me. இப்படி சொல்ல வேண்டியது போய் எனக்குள்ள ஆத்மா இருக்க சொல்றோம். நான் தான் ஆத்மா. திஸ் பாடி இஸ் சர்வைவிங் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் மீ. மைண்ட் இஸ் சர்வைவிங் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் மீ. இப்படி சொல்லணும். ஸோ ஐ ஹாவ் டு சேஞ்ச் மை விஷன். கன்விக்ஷன் வரணும். That is what in this mantra. Ishano bhuta bhavyasya. I am beyond time principle. Past, I was there in the past, I am in the present, I will be there in future also. Bodies are coming and going in me. Waves are rising in water. Big wave, small wave, but water never change. Water is water, even waves are coming and going. Similarly, in Atma, bodies are appearing and bodies are disappearing. I never disappear. I never disappear. If I am there, and how to know? But you can know only through medium. Therefore, this medium is like a recognizable point. To say Aham Brahmasmi, you need a medium. So therefore, it says Yathodakam Durge Vrishtam. See, now he gives an example, concludes the first section. If you understand the water which flows together, and pure water merges with pure water, it becomes one, identical. Suppose the water is flowing and separately going here and there, it will dissipate. It cannot merge with the ocean. That is the example given here. Yathodakam shuddhe shuddham. As Jivatma, Paramatma, identical. Pure water merges with pure water. Like Jivatma, Paramatma are one and the same. But people, those who are not knowing this Jivatma eva Paramatma, it is like what? Just as water is dissipated by going in different directions, that is Nama Rupam illamale poidum on the water. Like that, Ajnanis are also like that. They suffer in their life not knowing the value of the life. This section is over. Next section, second section. Second section, the nature of Brahman comes first, very important section. Puram ekadashadvaram ajasyavakra chetasaha. This Atma is available in this body which has got 11 dvarams. Ekadashadvaram. Navadvare pure dehi. So extra this Brahmarandra, the navel base, they added. So with that, Puram Ekadashadvaram, in this city, that which has body city, which has got 11 entry gates in matter. Those gates which are there in that body, Ajasya Avakra Chetasaha. That consciousness principle which is birthless is residing here, Puraswami. Puramlo irkavan Puraswami. That Puraswami, whoever resort to that, whoever knows that Atma as oneself, na shochati, that person is once for all free from sorrow. Even iota of dukkham won't come, always gloomy face. Anando brahme divyajanat. So therefore, vimuktascha vimuschate. Vimuktascha vimuchyate amna Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti in Artha. He attains Jivan Mukti. Vimuktaha means Jivan Mukti. Vimuchyate means Videha Mukti. After leaving the body, he attains Videha Mukti in Artha. In the first shloka, first two shlokas, the nature of Brahman. The second mantra also talks about the nature of that Brahman, which is birthless, pure. This Atma, it resides in the body also, dwells in the gods also. In 14 lokas this Atma is available. In Devata Shariram, in Manusha Shariram, in all beings, in all species, this Atma is available. That Atma alone is available in the form of Shiva. That Atma is available in the form of Rama, Krishna, Devi. As Ishvara, Saguna Ishvara also is that Apara Prakriti. Ishvara also is because of that Para Prakriti. This is the nature of Atma. Then third, fourth and fifth mantras are talking about the indication, Vyashti Shariram. At body level, it is, previous mantra talks about that Atma is everywhere in 14 lokas, in all species, at Samashti level. How to recognize this in this body? You can recognize Urdhvam Prana Munnayati Apanam Pratyagasyati Madhye Vamanam Asinam. The Prana and Apana, both of them are governed by this Atma. Urdhvam Prana, Prana Vayu, and Apana Prana, Mukhya Prana, all these are controlled by, governed by this Atma alone. Vishve Deva Upasate. So the adorable one means the Jiva Atma here, who is the Atma, none other than Paramatma alone, because of whom is this Prana is living in this body. Asya Visramsamanasya. Once this Prana goes, Visramsamanasya Sharirastasya Dehinaha Dehad Vimuchyamanasya Kimatra Parisishyate. That's what Nachiketa asked. What travels after death? Anything travels? As something is travels or not, tell me now. Now, Mother Maharaja want to say, that's what you have asked. Listen to me now. Now, how can you understand this? Now, I'll give an example. There is sun and there is a mirror and there is a dark room. And once you focus the mirror towards sun, the light is patch fall in the sun, and that mirror, the sun, reflected sun in the mirror, if you direct towards dark room, this reflected sunlight illumines the dark room. Clear? 4 things are here: sunlight, mirror, reflected sun, and dark room is illumining. Once you remove the sun, the mirror, what will happen? The reflected sun will go away, the room will become dark. What happens to the original sun? Original sun is as it is. The extra patch of light, now, once you see, the room is normal sunlight is there, but not too bright. Normal sunlight is there because sunlight is all pervading. Once you put extra patch of light, it enters the dark room, it brightens more. Once you remove this mirror, the reflected sun also will dissolve and the room will not have an extra light, but the sunlight continues as it is. Clear? Like that you have to take this body now. Consciousness is like a sun. not your sun, Suryaha, sunlight. And your body is like a frame, mirror frame. Your mind is like a mirror. And reflected consciousness, that ahankara, ego, that ahankara is like a reflected consciousness. Because of that reflected consciousness, which has borrowed from the original consciousness, the reflected consciousness through the sense organs, it illumines, knows everything. The body it knows, sense organs it knows the world. All the sense organs illumines the world. Just as the patch of light illumines the dark room, the sense organs which are illumined by the reflected consciousness, they are able to know the world. They are able to know the world. The subtle body is the reflected consciousness. Mind kulla the reflected consciousness takes place. The mind angaradhu mirror. அந்த மிரர் மைண்டுக்கு இந்த உடம்புங்கிறது ஃப்ரேம் மாதிரி, கண்ணாடிக்கு ஒரு ஃப்ரேம் மாதிரி. அந்த மனசுங்கிற கண்ணாடியில் சிதாபாசங்கிறது ஃபார்ம் ஆகும். ஒன்ஸ் யூ வெட் சிதாபாஸ் அகங்காரா, யூ ஸ்டார்ட் நோயிங் எவ்ரி திங். Once this person dies, body mirror goes. ஸ்தூல சரீரம் இது போன உடனே அந்த மிரர் உடைஞ்சு போயிடும். இது மனசு. As though once the mirror loses its body, subtle body loses its gross body dead. Subtle body cannot have that reflected consciousness to know the sense organs, the world. What happens in this will continue. Nothing happened to the original consciousness. எப்படி sunlight intact-ஆ இருக்கோ, original consciousness intact-ஆ இருக்கும். புரியுறதா நினைக்கிறேன். இந்த எக்ஸாம்பிள் you have to compare to that. எப்படி ஒரு sunlight, mirror, reflected sun and light. இப்போ அந்த sunlight, patch of light இல்லைன்னா உடனே அந்த room it loses its brightness. Similarly, and the reflected consciousness also disappear when the body is dead. That reflected consciousness, that is called Sukshma Sariram, travels. Because the Atma is all pervading. Sunlight like Atma is all pervading. Until it gets another body, the Sukshma Sariram travels. What happens? Nothing happens to original. That original I am not the reflected consciousness. Reflected consciousness is conditioned. It is conditioned. No? Conditioned by Sukshma Sariram, subtle mind, subtle body inner. But I, the original consciousness, am not conditioned. Therefore, own up that I am consciousness, lending existence to this subtle body. You have to travel a lot. This is journey starting தான். இப்போதான் 1 கிலோமீட்டர் தான் நடந்துட்டோம். 10 வருஷம் சுவாமினி. ஆமாம், 1 கிலோமீட்டர் தான். வேதாந்தல்ல 1 கிலோமீட்டர் தான் வந்திருக்கோம். இன்னும் நிறைய புரிஞ்சுக்க வேண்டிய விஷயம் இருக்குன்னாரு. So therefore he says, ஊர்தம் பிராணம் உன்னயதி அபானம் பிரத்யகஸ்யதி. Having said this, in the 5th mantra also, na pranena na panena martyo jivati kaschana. 5th mantra, you see, page number 31. Because of prana, na pranena na apanena. By apana prana, by mukhya prana, nobody is living, nobody is surviving, really speaking, because of Atma only. Itarena tu jivanti yasmin yeta upashritau. All this prana, pancha jnanendriyani, pancha karmendriyani, manasu, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, everything is depending upon this Atma, consciousness existent principle. Then 6th and 7th mantras are talking about the people who are not able to understand this Atma Swarupam in this life, what will happen to them? they have to travel. They have to travel. Either they go to Swargaloka or they go to Brahmaloka by doing upasana, something. So this is the essence of this mantra. Yoni manye prapadyanti. 8th mantra talks about that according to their karma they will born again. Then 8th mantra he talks about Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. Yeshu Supteshu Jagarti. That Atma is available in, it is awake in even in deep sleep also. Supteshu Jagarti. Awake in deep sleep also. How it is pervading in 9th mantra, 10th mantra, he says, just as the fire takes the shape of that object which it is burning. The fire takes the shape of the object which it is burning. The Vayu, the air principle, takes the shape of that object where it is filled. Spherical ball, you take volleyball, the Vayu is there inside. What is the shape of that air? Ball shape. You take in that balloon, different balloons they send the air. What is the shape of the air? Balloon shape. What is the shape of the fire? What object it is burning, that object shape the fire takes. Like that, Atma also, what is the shape of Atma? Elephant body la elephant shape. Human body la human shape. Ant body la ant shape. எந்தெந்த உடம்புல இருக்குமோ அந்தந்த ஷேப் பாடிக்கு. இப்போ ஆத்மா என்ன ஷேப்பில் இருக்கு? இப்போ ஹியூமன் பாடி ஷேப்பில் இருக்கு. ஸோ தட் இஸ் த நேச்சர் ஆஃப் ஆத்மா. சூர்யோ யதா சர்வ லோகஸ்ய சக்ஷுஹு. So this Atma is transcends the inner self of all beings, not touched by in the. And the 11th mantra says, second section, just as the sun is not touched by, tainted by anything in the world, illumining the entire universe, not touched by, transcends. That is why Atma also in the form, the body form, but it is not touched by the form, it is transcending the form, therefore transform. Body is not touching the Atma. Body death, the body disease, the body old age cannot touch the Atma at any time. That Atma I am. அப்படி சொல்லணும். That Atma நமக்கு என்ன? Eko vasi sarva bhutantaratma. In every body and in everybody, that Atma is the controller. I am the controller as original consciousness. In 13th mantra also, Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. I am there in everything, moving and non-moving. In all beings I am there. Vidhadati Kaman. All desires are fulfilled by me. The body, mind complex, enjoying everything because of me, the consciousness. Nothing belongs to the body. This knowledge only gives Paramam Sukham. 14th mantra. Kathannu tad vijaniyam kimubhati vibhati va. If you want to know how to know this, na tatra suryo bhati. The sun cannot illumine this Atma, the moon cannot illumine this Atma, and the fire cannot illumine the Atma. Nothing can illumine the Atma. On the other hand, Atma illumines everything. Who is that Atma? I am. Existent consciousness principle. The next third section comes. Third valley. Here also nature of the Brahman. And 12th and 13, 14, 15 Brahma Vidya Phalam is given. And third section, first mantra also very important mantra. Urdhva Mulo Vak Shakhaha. 15th chapter. As Purushottama Yoganlo, urdhva moolamadasyākham, borrowed from here, this only. This Atma is top of the universe in artham. It's compared here. What is, how it is compared? That seed. It is compared to the seed. You can take vriksham, ashwatha vriksham, arasamaram madri. Just as the seed root is not visible, Brahman is also not visible. Brahman means Atma. Atma is not visible. The branches, upper branches, lower branches, all lokas are like branches. Upper branches are higher lokas, lower branches are lower lokas. So it comes like, birds are like all jivas. In vriksham there are birds are sitting, like this. On this entire universe vriksham, which is the root cause, is Brahman, because of which Brahman all the jiva birds are resting upon. They are all doing ichi ichi ennu sadhana panninu irukliyo. Nariya Shankaracharya writes beautifully, what are all shabdam pandran. I have this problem, I have that problem, I have this problem, I have that problem. Unga ponnu eppadi irukke, ennoda paiyan eppadi irukke, adu sari illa, idu sari illa, idhe mari kichu poochu edho sound panninde irukka problem enna. And the birds also, lot of sound they make, like that jiva birds are also perching on the Brahman whole universe, making lot of noise. Selar aluvar, selar aludigonde irupar. While they are babies, you go to maternity ward, aludinde irupana, the LKG class upon aludinde irupa, anga death nadanda aludinde, inga poranda aludinde irupa, anga pogumbodhu aludinde irupa, middle lo sollave venda, appappa aludinde irupa. Idu life e appadida. Yenna? Because of ajnanam. Shastra says you need not cry at all. Not necessary enna vidamaatome namu. We will manage to cry somehow or other. Inside we cry, otherwise outside we cry. Yenna? Theriyala. Adha. Urdhva moola shakha. Goes to next mantra. The Brahma Jnana Phalam is given. First mantra up to 8th mantra, Brahma Jnanam. How then this mantra says in this up to 8th mantra, if anybody do not know, their life is waste. If they do not know this, ashakat bodhumana. Their life is purposelessly they are spending an artham. They are making their life meaningless. And from 6th mantra onwards he says beautifully, one has to understand this Atma as superior most. Then what? Indriyanam pradhak bhavam. From that mantra onwards he goes up to 8th, 9th mantra also he says, 8th mantra. Atma is, see, sense organs are superior. Mind is superior than sense organs. And intellect is superior than mind. Atma is superior than intellect. Avyaktat Purushah Paraha. Unmanifested Hiranyagarbha vida Atma is superior. So Atma is the superior most. After that only, even Hiranyagarbha, individual intellect, mind, body, sense organs, the entire objective world, all are inferior in front of that Atma. Who is that Atma? அங்கங்க பார்க்க கூடாது. நான் அப்பப்போ கை காமிக்க நீங்க அப்படி பார்க்க கூடாது. நானே தான் అని சொல்லணும். இந்த குழந்தை சொன்ன மாதிரி நானே தான். So from 12th shloka onwards he gives the sadhanas, 10th and 11th. Sadhanas are very important. This Atma, when it is available so easily here, why I am not able to understand? Why I am not able to recognize? He says you cannot see that Atma. That's why people are not able to know. In the 9th mantra he says, na sandrashe tisthati rupamasya. அதுக்கு ரூபமே இல்லை, நீங்கள் பார்க்க முடியாது, கஷ்டம். Na chakshusha pashyati na kaschanainam. No one can see with their eyes. Then what? How can I know? Hruda manisha manasa abhikluptahanar. Through the refined mind, a subtle intellect you have to know. Study again and again. Go to class and study. Listen again and again. Says that what are disciplines you require, you develop. What is that? Do Ashtanga Yoga. Do meditation. Meditate. Develop focusing mind. Do sadhana. என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்? ஆத்மா வேணும், ஆத்மா வேணும், மோட்சம் வேணும்னா என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்? ஏதாவது பண்றியா சாதனை? ஒன்றும் பண்ணாமலே சாந்தி வேணும், பீஸ் வேணும், ஆனந்தம் வேணும்னா எப்படி வரும்? ஸோ டூ யோகா அபியாசா. விசேஷ் யதா பஞ்சாவதிஷ்டந்தே ஞானானி மனசா சஹானர். One has to do yogamiti manyante. From that sloka, 11th and 12th yoga abhyasam. 11th month we can take yoga abhyasam. This atma is not available through the words, or just unrefined mind cannot understand this atma. Asti iti. Shraddha is important. First one yoga anushtanam. First sadhana. Second sadhana is Shraddha. Have it develops tremendous faith. Atma irukka nu sollu. I want to know that Atma. Such a person alone can irukka illaya nu solla kodadu. Sandehame varakodadu. Samshayatma vinashyate nandad. Perish no. Therefore I have to develop Shraddha towards Shastra until I assimilate the teaching. I have to develop Shraddha towards my teacher. And my Shraddha should continue in my studies also. கொஞ்ச நாளுக்கு அப்புறம் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் போகக்கூடாது சாஸ்திரம்ல படிப்பில். கண்டினியூ ஆனால் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகணும் அந்த ஸ்ரத்தா. பட் 99% பீப்புளுக்கு ஸ்ரத்தா குறையும். அது என்னமோ அதனால தான் கஷ்டம். ஸ்ரத்தா. தென் அனதர் சாதனா இஸ் ஆல் ஆர் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் சாதனாஸ். Shraddha has given. Then Apramadaha, alertness, alert living. In the 17th mantra he gives the alert living. One has to live alertly. How? Just as you have to separate the Atma and Anatma intellectually. Physically you cannot separate. Intellectually you separate Anatma from Atma. How? Munja, the grass, the white portion is there in the grass. You have to take that white portion Atma from the grass outer body mind complex. The example, okay, don't think. And the grass la white part edukumbodhu how carefully you have to take. அது உடையக்கூடாது. அந்த ஒயிட் பார்ட் அப்படியே ஃபுல்லாக வரணும் வெளியில். இந்த கை கட் ஆகக்கூடாது. ட்ரை பண்ணி பாருங்க. முஞ்சாம் இஷிகாவத்தேன்னார். யூ ஹேவ் டு டேக் செப்பரேட். எப்படி பண்ணுவேன்? கேர்ஃபுல்லாக அலர்ட் விஜிலண்ட் மைண்ட், அலர்ட் லிவிங் லைக் தட். இந்த அனாத்மா பாடியிலேருந்து கிராஸ்னா அவுட் சைடு அந்த பார்ட்லேருந்து இந்த ஒயிட் பார்ட்டா தட் ஆத்மா யூ ஹாவ் டு செப்பரேட். ஃபிசிக்கலி பண்ண முடியாது. இதெல்லாம் இருந்து அகம் பிரம்மாஸ்மின்னு சொல்லணும். அவ்வளோதான். I have to say Aham Brahmasmi when you are alive, when you are in the body itself. Then what is Jnana Phalam? Shoka Nivrittihi. Jnana Prapti Shoka Nivritti. Free from mortality. For that Virat Upasana is prescribed. Virat Upasana also prescribed. Yoga Anushtanam also prescribed. With this third section also completed. Tam vidya chukram amritam. And the avidya granthi, no, that knot, ignorance knot will be what we call disconnected and snapped. இந்த ரிப்பன் கட்டிங் பண்ண மாதிரி பண்ணணும். ஆத்மா அனாத்மா செப்பரேஷன். அதுக்கப்புறம் அனாத்மா நிற்குமா? தனியாக நிற்காது. அனாத்மே இல்லை. There is no real anatma to threaten Atma, that Anatma is also nothing but Atmanak another name da. There is no Anatma separately, really speaking. When you see the rope la kairla பாம்பு பார்க்கும்போது பாம்பு இருக்கா நிஜமா? அந்த பாம்புனது அந்த கயிறுக்கு தான் அந்த தனி ஒரு பேர் நம்ம டெம்பரரியாக கொடுத்துருக்கோம். ஏன்னா அப்பியரிங் நோ. Then you later you understand there is no snake at all. What was there? Rope. What is there? Rope. What will be there? Rope. Similarly, I was there in different bodies. I am here in many bodies. I ever will be there in future bodies also. What is there? I am ever there. This is called Ajnana Granthi Nashaha. Ajnana Granthi Nasha alone is called Dukkha Nashaha. Dukkha Nasha is possible only by Jnana Prapti. Jnana Prapti is possible only by studying Kathopanishad. Upanishad says finally, this mrityuh proktam nachiketam atha labdhan. That teaching received by that Yamadharma Raja by Nachiketas, he attained knowledge. Vidyametam yoga vidhim krishnam. Nachiketa understood totally. The third boon is also fulfilled. There is nothing other than Atma he has recognized. Sukshma Shariram, Sthula Shariram, all are Mithya. There are only your Nama, Rupa. Verbally they are there. Nam ke vasti. Once you recognize Atma, they are all just appearance only upon this Atma Swarupam. Nachiketa understood. Whoever study this Kathopanishad, even Parayanan they do, at least they get Kama Mukti. If they come and Kathopanishad class and study, definitely they get Jivan Mukti. The important mantras, just to note. First section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 13. 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then second section 8 to 13 and 15th mantra. Third section, important mantras 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17. Almost all are important. Excellent Upanishad. With this, I conclude the second chapter summary also. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.